Hi guys, in the previous tutorial I taught you how to develop a web page using HTML and a little bit of CSS, right? So these are the two things we did in the last video, and in this video tutorial I will show you how to develop a PHP, right? So a PHP software will resides on the server, as I said in the first video, right? So I gonna develop a PHP script which is going to handle our HTML form data, right? And our PHP script will store the data what it received in this HTML fields into the database, right? Okay. So before we go into this PHP, I gonna say you a few rules of PHP, right? So what's HTML? The code which is in between these HTML tags is referred to as HTML code. Similarly, these are the PHP tags. So whatever code we write in between these PHP tags is our PHP code. Right? This is a rule number 1. Right? And every PHP statement must end with a semicolon. Right? So if there is something like echo thanks for submitting the form, right? This is a statement and it should definitely end with a semicolon. And here this echo is used. So this echo is a command here. So the echo command outputs HTML code that gets written to the browser directly. So if you want to return something to the browser directly, we can use this echo. So thanks for submitting the form. This will be submitted. This will be written directly to the browser. So this is what we will see in the browser, right? And other rule is, if there is any PHP code in the web page, so if there is any PHP code, definitely we need to save with a .php extension. As like if we have a HTML code, we need to save it a .html extension, right? So similarly, we need to save the PHP files as .php extension, right? And PHP we have variables, right? So PHP variables must start with a $sign. This is how the PHP variable starts. So we no need of specifying any data type in PHP. In C language we need to make it as int x, right? But in PHP no need of specifying a data type, right? So just we can mention the variable name. So dollar first name, as a first name is a variable name. So we gonna see what is this. This is a first name. What it means is, see here in HTML, this first name, right? So we have a tag, we have a form, and we enter our first name in the first field, right? So that will be saved in this first name, right? So whatever you write, in that field will be saved in this first name variable. So that's it. So in order to connect our PHP script to our database, we require functions. And for our website, we are using 3 main functions. First thing is MySQL connect. So this is a function. This function has 4 arguments. We need to supply this function with 4 arguments. And the first argument is, we need to specify the MySQL IP address. We need to specify what IP address of our database. And the second argument is, we need to specify the username. And the third argument is, we need to specify the database password. And the fourth argument is, we need to specify our database name. Every database consists of many tables, and our information will be stored in a particular table. So we need to specify the database name. And before seeing these other functions, we will see how our PHP code looks like. Right. So this is our PHP thing. So the code here, all the code which I marked is our PHP code. Why? Because it's between these PHP tags, and these are all the PHP variables. Okay, so we have almost 10 variables, and why we need 10 variables is, we had 10 fields. So remember our HTML coding, we have almost 10 things. So we need to catch hold of every data what a user have entered. So if he enters something here, like something like 0 or something, so this data under the name, so this data under the name of first name, right? So this data will be stored in this variable. Similarly, the last name will be stored in this variable and sex in this one, whether male or female, and phone number will be stored in this variable, email ID this variable, right? And we have to mark this radio button, right, yes or no. So if you make it as no, so that thing will be saved in this robo variable. So the first thing we are doing here is we are checking whether you have marked it yes or no, right? If you mark it no, if you make yourself clear that you are not a robot, then only we will enter into our PHP code, or else we'll go to this else block and it will echo like robots are not allowed to fill up the details, right? So as I said before, echo, right, as I said before, echo is a command which outputs HTML code and it returns directly to the browser, right? So just now we have, I told you about MySQL Connect, right? It requires 4 arguments. One is IP address, other is username, other is password, and database name. So we will fill up all this at a time of uploading this particular all this code to our server, right? So if the connection is true, it will okay. But if the connection is false, so in some condition, if our function is not going to connect to our database, so if we fill up some wrong username or password or something like that, so the connection will die and it will report like error connecting to MySQL server, right? So if the connection is true, then what happens is we are going to run this particular query, right? So we need to insert all the data which is stored in these variables to our database, right? So we are going to insert the data stored in these variables. So these variables are matching, right? So we are going to store the data in these variables into the columns of, so these are all the columns of this particular table. So insert into table name, and we need to specify what columns it is. These are all the columns, and the number of columns here should match the number of columns here, right? And here the insertion takes place, right? Here this is the query and this is the thing which runs this query. So our second function is MySQL query. Issues a query on MySQL database which often involves storing or retrieving data from table. So in this case we are storing data into the table, right? So if we can successfully store the data, it's okay, or else if something happens in middle, we will get this error querying data, right? So if everything is okay, then after you establish a connection to MySQL database and after you insert your data, then you need to close that connection, right? So you are closing it. So after you close the connection, you have to return, you are getting something in return, right? So you need to save the data to database, and after that what you are giving, the server returns a pure HTML website that was generated by PHP script. So this is what generated by the PHP script. So it's confirming the user that the information what he entered in the form is saved perfectly. So what is that? Thanks for submitting the form, and it will say what name it is, right? So help will be coming to you soon. So this is the one which will be displayed to the browser as soon as the user hits the submit button, right? So this is all about this PHP script, right? So I forgot to tell you, right? It's quite common that PHP will resides inside this HTML, right? So your PHP will be there inside this HTML. So after you write this code, after you write this particular code, you're gonna save this file. You're gonna save this file to the particular folder, right? So your folder contains index.html, style.css, as well as report.php. So in the next video, I will show you how to create a database and how to create a table and how to create all these columns in that particular table. right? Then we'll again come back to this particular code so that you will understand it more clear, right?